Coming number 10, Snooki. This one actually made me lose my appetite a bit, so if you're eating something while watching this, please brace yourself or set it aside. During an episode of Conan back in 2011, Snooki revealed her beauty secrets when it comes to exfoliating. Due to her not wanting to pay for a lot of expensive spa treatments, she supplements this by rubbing cat litter on her face. Yes, cat litter. Just let that sink in a bit. Not the cat litter, the idea that Snooki is doing this. The Jersey Shore already had a bit of a gross reputation, but this is too far even for them. I guess she just googled what a cheap replacement for spa facials would be and ended up on cat litter, which just has to be a troll of some kind, right? Because it all seems just so crazy. I mean, if she has enough money for a walk-in closet, I think she can afford a more sanitary and perhaps, I don't know, human-friendly exfoliant? Please correct me if I'm wrong in those comments down below though. Coming number 9, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. During a recent episode of Dax Shepard's podcast called Armchair Expert, Mila and Ashton revealed that they don't believe in bathing their kids with soap every day. The subject came up as Dax discussed this with his co-host Monica about how much they shower. When Dax said that she should not be showering with soap every day, Kunis and Kutcher agreed. When Monica asked Mila though who taught her not to wash, Mila replied that she didn't have a lot of hot water growing up as a child, so she didn't shower much anyways, adding, "But when I had children, I also didn't wash them every day. I wasn't that parent that bathed my newborns ever." With Ashton clarifying that point by saying, "Now here's the thing, if you can see the dirt on them, clean them, otherwise there's no point." Even with this way of life though, both celebs said that they wash their face and private parts every day. Thank God. Coming number 8, Robert Pattinson. Pattinson, the Twilight star and new Batman, once told a UK tabloid that his schedule was so hectic that he would not even have a chance to wash or change his clothes. Instead, he would wait until it got to the point where even he couldn't stand the smell around him, which is pretty selfish when you think about it, especially for the position that he's in. I mean, this guy has to come into contact with so many people when he's filming a movie, people that have no choice but to put up with his pungent odors. This was exactly the case when he was on the set of Twilight. A lot of the cast and crew members have spoken up and said that Robert's body odor would drive them crazy because he smelled so terrible. Not only does he always look like he just rolled out of bed, but his hair looks as if it's never been washed, and turns out that's true as well. Pattinson has even said that he doesn't really see the point in washing his hair, and according to interviews, he's gone as long as 6 weeks without washing his hair with shampoo. Coming number 7, Zac Efron. A source from the set of High School Musical 3 exposed Zac Efron's bad hygiene to Star magazine and said, "Zac isn't a big fan of showering, it's so gross because Zac loves to work out and plays basketball all the time and then goes days without showering. I mean, ew." The source then continued by saying that when he gets lazy, he just likes to use baby wipes to clean himself, which at least is a step in the right direction. I mean, missing showers feels like a bad idea, but at least he's trying with the wipes. Although some people speculate that this lack of showering could have stemmed from some past trauma. In 2017, during an interview with Refinery29, Efron recalled a time where he had just discovered cologne while shopping with his mom. He loaded up on way too much of it, thinking that it would make him smell great, but instead he smelled so bad that he was actually sent home from school and ordered to take a shower. Remember people, when it comes to cologne or perfume, less is more. Coming number 6, Kristen Bell. After Ashton and Mila appeared on her husband's podcast and said that they didn't bathe their children unless they see dirt on them, Kristen Bell decided to come to their defense, mainly because people were really raking them over the coals on this subject. While appearing on The View, Kristen admitted that she also had a similar method of parenting. During the interview, she said, "I'm a big fan of waiting for the stink. Once you catch a whiff, that's biology's way of letting you know you need to clean it up. There's a red flag, honestly it's just bacteria. Once you get bacteria, you gotta be like, get in the tub or the shower. So I don't hate what Kunis and Kutcher are doing, I wait for the stink." Again, at least they're admitting that they still do shower sometimes, but just when they smell the stink, as she so eloquently puts it. Coming number 5, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew kinda shocked a lot of people when he said that he hasn't worn deodorant in 20 years. I mean, I know it's not great for you, but sometimes you need a little bit of deodorant. Back in 2008, his Fool's Gold co-star Kate Hudson even offered up her own deodorant because he smelled so bad. Apparently after refusing her offer, he told her that women love his natural scent and then declared that he smelled like a man. I guess his bad personal hygiene has more to do with his identity than anything else. He has said that he doesn't even wear cologne because his mother once told him that his natural scent was unique. He claims to take multiple showers a day but doesn't like to smell like someone or something else. Remember, unique isn't always good. Coming number 4, Brad Pitt. Similar to Zac Efron, Brad Pitt also uses baby wipes to keep himself clean. Eli Roth, who co-starred with Brad in the film Inglourious Basterds, also echoed this by telling People magazine about the interesting hygiene advice that he had offered him. Roth goes on to say, he shared that when you're sweating and you don't have time to take a shower, you just take a baby wipe and rub it under your armpits. And if there's any guy that should be taking care of his pits, you'd think it would be Brad Pitt. Eli though goes on to talk about Brad's justification for not showering much and said, "I got 6 kids. All you've got to do is just take them a couple couple quick wipes under the pits. Man, I'm getting peed on all day. I don't have time to take a shower. Nah, dude, that is the exact reason you need to take a shower. He really said he's getting peed on all day, and so that means no shower? What a time to be alive. Coming number 3, Shia LaBeouf. Shia had a big role in Sia's music video called Elastic Heart opposite Dance Mom star Maddie Ziegler. According to Maddie, Shia smelled really bad during the filming of this controversial music video. The 12-year-old told Entertainment Tonight that she kept trying to give him hand wipes because of how dirty his hands were. On top of that account, Shia also displayed bad personal hygiene when he was in the film Fury. I guess he was so dedicated to his character that he went through some really gross habits to relate more to the World War II soldier. A source from on the set reported to the Daily Mail that he actually pulled his own tooth out during the first few weeks of filming. He then refused to shower for weeks on end so that he could understand the stench of living in the trenches. Although most of that behavior continued even after filming the movie, and so many just believe that he just doesn't really care about his hygiene whatsoever.
It was gross because we were dirty and I had to bite his dirty hands. I was so dirty I kept wiping myself off and I kept handing them to Shia. He's like, I don't need them. Like, yes you do. You need them.
Coming number 2, Kesha. Back when Kesha began her career in music and her overall pop persona, she really took off with that song TikTok. Not the platform, the song. In the song, she mentions brushing her teeth with a bottle of Jack, which doesn't sound too sanitary to begin with. During her documentary series called My Crazy Beautiful Life, Kesha actually drank her own pee.
Right? Justify stuff like that.
It's been exposed too long. Please don't. Please don't.
Ew! Why are you doing this for fun?
After her friends said that her mom went on a hike with this lady that drinks her own pee every day, Kesha for whatever reason wanted to try it. Maybe it's because she brushed her teeth with Jack Daniels and now can't make good decisions for herself. Who knows? That's just my guess. She apparently has told reporters that she smells like a hobo, and in one specific interview, she got a little bit more descriptive and said that she smelled like a shrimp in a diaper. Gross. Try picturing that. Gross. Last but certainly not least, our number 1 spot, Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake is another celebrity that I certainly did not expect to be so open with how much he doesn't shower. These celebs are really trying to make this a trend, and so many people are not here for it. While speaking with Vanity Fair, Jake revealed his shower ritual, or rather lack thereof, and said, I always am baffled that loofahs come from nature. They feel like they've been made in a factory, but in fact that's just not true. Since I was young, it's amazed me. More and more I find bathing to be less necessary at times. I do believe, because Elvis Costello is wonderful, that good manners and bad breath get you nowhere. So I don't do that, but I do also think that there's a whole world of not bathing that is also really helpful for skin maintenance, and we naturally clean ourselves. Well, at least he's still brushing his teeth. Either way guys, that has been the top 10 influencers that don't shower, but before we get out of here, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Celebrities You Didn't Know Retired. Chris Dooley says, Angus Jones is another in a long line of child stars who seem to grow up with bizarre emotional issues. His behavior going back and forth with the show creators was just unsettling and weird AF. Yeah, there is something going on in Hollywood when every single one of these child stars ends up having some weird trajectory in life. You gotta start pointing the finger at Hollywood. Elisa Day says, glad you changed your mind about Jamie Lynn. Me too, Elisa, me too. Prep Ford says, Rick Moranis is a great man. He certainly is. Freya Blight says, what happened to Meg Ryan is why I hate people sometimes. Sometimes. It's why I hate them all the time. Robbie says, wow, I didn't know that about Rick Moranis. A lot of people didn't know that he just kind of went into seclusion. I think that's the way he wants to keep it too. Coming at number 10, Julia Roberts. Most people would probably not link smelling bad with Julia Roberts, but unfortunately, she probably does. Even one of her older security guards said that she rarely smells good and often only showers a couple times a week. Although this is mainly because Julia prefers to live her life as eco-friendly as possible, which means avoiding water waste and not wearing deodorant. Julia herself told Oprah back in 2008 that she never uses deodorant. In the interview, Oprah asked her about hygiene products, and in response she says, I don't like to share that with a large number of people, but it's just never been my thing. Sometimes midday at work I freshen up. Well, at least there's that. Coming at number 9, Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo is another person that has always cared about the environment, but even for some, his bad hygiene was taking this virtuous stance a little too far. His girlfriend at the time, Erin Heatherton, reportedly got upset on a number of occasions with his poor personal hygiene. A source close to the couple told reporters, he only showers a couple of days a week to conserve water and he considers deodorant to be unnatural. Erin loves him dearly, but is starting to feel like Leo loves the environment more than her. She even warned him to clean up his act and his hygiene or else she would leave him, and the two did eventually split, citing that the timing was just off for them, but I believe it's because of this ultimatum that she gave him about not showering enough. You believe whatever you want to though. Coming in number 8, Cameron Diaz. The paparazzi are always catching Cameron Diaz in clothing with sweat stains, and it really is sad that people see this as improper hygiene. That being said, she did once tell a news outlet called Splash News that she wears the same outfit for 4 days in a row and then throws it away. Oh, and she also hasn't worn deodorant for like 20 years. She told ET back in 2014, I don't believe in antiperspirants, it's really bad for you. I haven't used it for almost 20 years. You're stinky because you use antiperspirants. It keeps all the stink in. Let it go and just trim your armpit hair so it doesn't hold onto the scent. Whatever you say, Cameron. Whatever you say. Coming number 7, Gwyneth Paltrow. The last time that Gwyneth Paltrow showed up to the Met Gala, she apparently left quite the impression. Reportedly, some people found her odor to be a little bit too strong. The National Enquirer even stated that many people had said they caught a whiff of her smell, and apparently she was completely oblivious to this. A friend of hers later said that this smelly experience was most likely a result of her trying out new deodorants. But if that was the case, wouldn't she at least smell like something pleasant? Most likely she also doesn't shower very often and is blaming it on experimental deodorants, which is a pretty good scapegoat, I guess. Coming number 6, Kourtney Kardashian. Even though the Kardashian family has made a boatload of cash by selling beauty products, not everyone in the family cares that much about personal hygiene. Mainly Kourtney Kardashian. This was confirmed by her ex Scott Disick, who may have ulterior motives, but let's go on to see what he says. He did say that she hasn't always smelled as fresh as a daisy, which is most likely because she gave up on using deodorant. According to Scott, when their kids were very young, her body odor was far from appealing. However, to give Kourtney a break, she did say that she believed using deodorant was bad for breastfeeding, and whether or not that's true, you do have to respect someone that is this cautious about what products could potentially affect their children. Potentially. Still, shower, please. Coming number 5, Russell Crowe. While making the 2005 film Cinderella Man, Russell Crowe became a big topic of discussion, but not for his acting chops. No. People were talking about the actor because of his body odor issues. A source from the set told the National Enquirer that his co-star Renee Zellweger refused to shoot intimate scenes with the Oscar winner, mainly because his breath was terrible and he reeked of body odor. Apparently, she even asked to film with a sweeter smelling body double, but Russell shot down the claims that he smelled bad. Which of course he would, not too many people would hear that they smell bad and just go, guilty, that's me, I smell terrible. Joan Rivers actually outed Russell Crowe's bad BO as well, and she once said that the actor had a body odor problem and she preferred to kind of sit downwind of him at bigger events. Crowe starkly refuted the claims that he needed a body double in Cinderella Man, but he never really addressed what Joan said about him, so perhaps the jury is still out on this one. Coming number 4, Megan Fox. During an interview with For Him magazine back in 2007, Megan confessed that she is a domestic nightmare. She also alluded to her probably not even being a decent house guest. Along with saying that she is horrible to live with, she expanded on that by adding that she doesn't clean and she leaves her clothes wherever she takes them off. Oh, and one more thing, apparently she is also so forgetful that sometimes she forgets to flush, admitting that friends have had to tell her that she pinched a loaf in their toilet and then didn't flush it away. Although funny enough, that same magazine named her the sexiest woman alive the following year, and if she's willing to leave poop in the toilet, I'm also thinking that she's willing to skip showers. Coming number 3, Shailene Woodley. Now most of these celebrities had second accounts of people that said they didn't smell nice, but poor Shailene Woodley has been told that she smells offensive. According to Woodley, many people struggle to spend time around her because of the sheer amount of essential oils that she uses, which may smell nice from time to time, but all mixed together and without showering could result in a potent scent. Designers even have reportedly been hesitant to work with her out of fear that she will smell up their clothes. Shailene has never commented on these rumors, but she did admit to Parade magazine that she only shampoos her hair once a month because her hair is apparently low maintenance. Coming number 2, Harry Styles. If you're at a Harry Styles concert and you're wondering what that odd smell is, it's probably Harry Styles. First of all, his own One Direction bandmate Louis Tomlinson said that Harry would often fart in front of them and then just pretend that it wasn't him for literally 10 minutes. The Daily Star also reported that his ex Taylor Swift said that he had the worst breath, adding that he often smelled like coffee, cigarettes, and booze. Even Zayn Malik told Top of the Pops that there wasn't enough money on this earth that would make him sniff Harry's socks. So with all this casual disregard for how he smells, I highly doubt this guy is taking showers every single day. Again, just speculation. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Orlando Bloom. You'd think someone with the last name Bloom would smell like flowers, but unfortunately that is just not the case. When Orlando was married to Australian model Miranda Kerr, she was quite bothered by his lack of personal hygiene. A source told Star magazine, Miranda thinks Orlando is too smelly. Recently she asked him if he could wash his clothes and perhaps shower more often, and the insider claimed that Bloom goes days without washing his clothes when not working on a movie, adding he'll wear the same jeans for a week before he throws them in the washer. Same goes for his sweaters, t-shirts, and socks. He also lets his dog sleep in the bed with him. Can't be a great combination of smells. Lord knows where his dog has been. Imagine being Orlando Bloom's dog. That'd be a sick life. But guys, that has been the top 10 celebrities that don't shower part 2, and before we get out of here, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the part 1 of this series. Chris says, I'm just so surprised that so many people don't shower every day and they're not even ashamed of it. Same though, Chris. Same. They're doing it proudly. Made from Star says, unique isn't always good. I like getting quoted in the comment section. It's not though. Prove me wrong. Corey Simon says, my children and I bathe every day in the morning and at night before bed. Just disgusting. The amount of dirt that comes off of our bodies after a couple of hours. Just imagine the days of filth. Imagine what their feet look like. JK says, I actually don't shower as much as people think. I shower maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I do, however, use baby wipes when I don't have time. At least you're doing that, Jay. At least you're doing that. Bell Black says, I shower every day and I feel gross if I don't. I don't know how people can go days or weeks without one. I don't know either, Bell. I honestly do not know either. I cannot miss a shower. I will just feel gross.
Bye.